Joining us now to present the other side, thankfully, is Douglas Coughlan with Rutgers College Republicans. Hello, Douglas.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it. I know several student groups have sent a joint and open letter to the Rutgers president regarding the fact that Condi Rice has withdrawn from graduation. Talk about that. And first of all, what was your reaction when you heard that she gave in to these people?
Yeah, our first reaction was one of disappointment that she would not be our commencement speaker. An overwhelming majority of students seemed to be really excited to see her. There was only a small vocal minority of maybe 50 to 100 students who had been protesting the past week. The protesters damaged university property. They broke a glass door and also wrote on walls in classroom buildings. And President Barchi met with them this morning, according to reports from the Philadelphia Inquirer. So we wrote a letter expressing our concern about the hostile environment we have on campus, and to have a meeting with him this week to discuss our concern and hopefully have him disavow the actions of the protesters when they damaged university property.
How about going to the videotape and arresting these people if they were found damaging university property?
Ultimately, whatever President Barchi decides to do, it's his decision, and I hope that they'll make the right one in regards to dealing with the damaged property.
What is the atmosphere like? You know, the professor said to me, why don't you come to the university? I said, I will never step foot on that university again right now, the way things are. I have no desire to. I worked at WOR radio, and they used to, maybe they still do, broadcast the Rutgers football and basketball, and I did a couple of shows from right outside the football stadium. Not sports shows either, but political shows a few years back. But I got to tell you, my son's 14. I have no desire to even consider Rutgers, and I live in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like there?
Yeah, the current environment is one where, originally, especially with the debate surrounding Condoleezza Rice, there was an open exchange of ideas. But as the debate grew on, the Rutgers University Student Assembly, which is the voice of students on campus, which is a liberal organization, decided to warmly welcome her and voted 25-17. But following that, the protesters and faculty kept protesting, and the faculty was sending out emails to students to attend the teach-in against Condoleezza Rice that is occurring tomorrow night. As a student, that's very concerning because the teachers who are sending that out then can have influence over your grades. So if you voice a different opinion, individuals are concerned their grades may be impacted.
By the way, I called you Douglas for some unknown reason, but it's Donald. The professor made me so crazy. Donald Coughlan of Rutgers College Republicans. Sorry about that.
That's no problem.
All right, so obviously, I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, she could have come, but it certainly would have been a spectacle, and she didn't want to take away, from what the graduation ceremony is supposed to be all about. Do you believe that there was any pressure? We have Peter Marisi as one of our contributors here on the show, and he was on with me before, and he's a noted economist and also a college professor at the University of Maryland, and he said we don't know what conversations might have taken place between Condi's people and the president's office, even though publicly he's sad about this, the fact that she's not showing up. Do you think there was any, hey, look, I can't guarantee her security, hey, maybe it's better she doesn't come? Do you think there was any under the table kind of duplicity here?
At the end of the day, we don't know what happened behind the scenes, and that's why we, requested a meeting with President Barchi, which we hope to do in the upcoming week. In his statement, he said he stands behind the invitation to invite her.
Right.
In our letter, we encouraged her to, stand behind your remarks and make them publicly rather than just send an email out with the remarks.
How is it? I mean, would you say, and I'm sure this is not unique to Rutgers, would you say that 100%, 99% of professors on campus are way to the left?
There's no statistics on that, but just from a sample of classes, it seems like a majority of them are to the left.
Yeah. Well, I said to him, who would you like to be the commencement speaker? And he said, well, Toni Morrison was great 2 years ago. I said, yeah, but that was 2 years ago. Who would you like it to be now? He says, well, they could bring Toni Morrison back. I said, oh, well, then why don't you sign her to a long-term contract and have her say the same speech every year? And he says, that's ridiculous, Professor. And he said, Governor Christie. I said, wait, you don't think Governor Christie lied? He said, it doesn't matter. I said, well, the first thing you said about Condi to me was she lied, which you don't even know for a fact, I said to him. But that doesn't matter. So if Christie lied, it doesn't matter, but he believes Condi lied. Those were the first words out of his mouth, so that disqualifies her from being invited. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. But listen, keep us informed. We'll stay in touch with you, and let us know when you do have the meeting with the president and what came out of it. I'd love to be able to let our listeners and our viewers know, okay?
Yep, thank you for having us on, and we'll be sure to let you know as soon as there's an update.
All right, Donald, thank you. Donald Coughlan, ladies and gentlemen, Rutgers College Republicans. Yes, there are Rutgers College Republicans, apparently. And it's just so sad. It's so sad that this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in, where the most successful African-American woman, arguably in the country's history, politically speaking and otherwise, can be thrown out of Rutgers because the professors who teach at Rutgers didn't want her there. And a handful of students could act violently and break things, and nothing happens to them as they protest her coming there. And this isn't considered racist or anything like that. No, it's fine. It's fine because Condi Rice is evil. You see, she's not really a black woman. We know that. They did cartoons about her when she was being confirmed for Secretary of State as Aunt Jemima, as a little parrot with big lips on Bush's shoulder. And there was no outrage in the media over that either. What a world. What a country we have become. On the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television. Don't go away.